Hey guys, it's Thursday, 9:56 p.m. on February 8th, 2018. And I'm just wondering, has anybody noticed that tomorrow is February 9th, 2018? Because last week it occurred to me out of the blue that February 9th, 2018 is 9/11 backwards twice. Now, that is not something I pay attention to. I'm totally not into numbers, okay? I recognize that numbers are a big deal to the enemy. I acknowledge that all the false flags we've had in the past are riddled with numbers like 9/11, 33, 666, and stuff like that, okay? So it's not completely foreign that I would catch something like that, but I don't usually pay attention to it. But that day that I recognized that was the day that the stock market crashed 666 points, right? So it did kind of settle in my head, right? So I've been thinking about this, but I didn't know what to make of it. And I still don't know what to make of it, except for I have had another detail here that seems to confound this for me, to give it some merit, to present it out to you guys. And that is, today I was listening to a biblical scholar who was going over some early church history. And although his lecture was peripherally associated with what jumped out at me, he was talking about how the early church calculated the number of Nero's name to be 666. And what struck me wasn't that they thought it was Nero or anything, but the fact that there's actually a command in Revelation 13:18 that I have actually never noticed before. And it says, I mean, I knew that it said this, but I didn't. Here, let me just read it. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast. See, I knew that we're supposed to pay attention for 666, but I never recognized that the word count or calculate is actually an inherent command in Revelation 13:18. So what my impression was always was that the church for the last 2,000 years has been practicing some sort of a voodoo, but actually that's not the case. What I discovered today, peripherally through this lecture, was that this is actually something we're kind of commanded to do. So that whole paradigm shift for me was a big deal. That I had always thought that for 2,000 years Christians were pretty crazy in trying to come up with a number of somebody's name, but now I understand that that's actually something we're supposed to do. So this hit my radar today. And then on top of it, look at this, you guys. The stock market dropped 1,033 points today. Now, I don't know what this means, but I do recognize that, like I said, false flags have been riddled with numbers, and they're numbers like 33, 666, and they use dates. February 9th, 2018 is the number 9/11 backwards. And I haven't seen anybody talk about this. If they posted a video on it, I probably wouldn't pay any attention up until what I watched this morning on that lecture. So now I'm wondering, do you guys have any thoughts about this? Have you guys got any feedback, wondering what you guys are thinking? I'm not a coincidence theorist, and so the fact that these little details have hit my radar, maybe it's just for my information and to be more vigilant. I don't know. I don't know what these things mean, but it seems like it's worthy of mention, and so I thought I'd put it out there and see what you guys have to say.